Oh, everybody, welcome. Rose like investigate. It's funny because I'm speaking to myself here. I know there's nobody on yet. Okay, I wasn't sure, guys, if I was going to do a live stream today, and but there's these questions. Okay, I don't want to make a very long live stream. Okay, but these questions are I don't say kind of a big deal, I guess. Okay, first, the earlier today, Terry emailed me about the infrastructure meeting. And I'm not really what I've done lately, guys. I'm just not really paying. I'm on Twitter on and off just to check what's going on, but I'm not really on what is it called? On the news. Like I don't watch news anymore, honestly. Only out after the fact because it's I don't know. It's just very not just depressing. It's just like I don't want to get into. I don't want to be like living through Trump. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so that's that. Okay. And I have like I don't know, I've been having weird days. It's okay. Uh, you know, so so yeah. So anyway, so it's just like I don't know. It's a strange day. So anyway, so here I am here doing readings. But it can be, I really like last time, guys, when I can be funny or I can be like kind of lighter, it's better. So let's see here. And to be honest, sometimes actually it's a good thing that I don't know what's going on, but I just ask the question because sometimes it can be pure. Okay, so let me actually read. I believe that Terry wrote it. Let's see how she phrased it because I'm not even aware of all the story, of the full story of the first start with the meetings. Okay, so she said something. What was it? Um, Pelosi and Schumer looked really pleased today in front of the media after talking to Trump and getting him to agree upon a $2 trillion infrastructure. What's with all this miles? Can they take Trump for his word? Why? Okay, so she makes a valid point. Okay, and I think what I sense here. Okay, um, what I think it's like the undertone of her question, and I feel like it explain like it, her question has the tone that a lot of people that I think the public, at least the informed public, anti-Trump public has, which is why are you even making a deal with this guy? What the hell? So that's it. It's really the undertone of the question is that it's like, okay, why are you making some infrastructure deal with this monster? And I think I understand, definitely understand the question. So let's see. I don't know why. Okay, and I understand that kind of, but as I was saying to you guys before, after I met with, not I met personally, but I was here at this event with a senator from Trump, although, right? It's like, and I told you, I go through phases of, I love documentaries. Okay, so I was I was watching, and also I basically, like, when I'm doing things, I have these documentaries. Also been watching the huge series about the Civil War, and it's depressing. It's like depressing in the sense that it feels like we're just basically, it's a continuation of a historical moment that was not completely resolved. It feels like so anyway, so this is it. Okay, so I'm just like, oh my god. um so anyway, so let me get started with the question about this. Okay, so what is it? What happened? Okay, she had, let me find. And by the way, guys, if you have questions, I wrote this to her. If you have questions, the best thing to do is to put it at the bottom of whichever the last post was on Patreon, because I have to look in my emails, and then there's so many emails, and I get confused, and I don't know which one it is. So now I'm gonna go back to her. Let's see if I can find it. Okay, is Trump really going to work with them? Why did he decide to work with them? Do they have something on Donald that they're using to get him to do this? What is it? Can be okay. So what's the deal with this infrastructure? Okay, so why are they doing this and not impeaching, or why are they doing this at all? So I'm gonna ask for protections. Okay, so I'm gonna ask for protection. Beautiful air light coming top of my head as I breathe in. I feel my lungs as I breathe out. I project this light forward. Project this light forward. I create this beautiful circle of light. connected to universal energy, perfect stillness, divine light. And I ask that the information I receive comes only from the highest sources and that it creates the good for all of us here. Okay. All right. Okay. So okay. So the question is, what happened? What is the story with this infrastructure meeting with Trump? Why did Schumer and Nancy go to this infrastructure meeting? What were they so happy about? Why are they even making a deal with Trump and not pursuing impeachment? Okay, so tell us okay, what happened at the okay, let's just see. Okay, so how do I do this? Okay. So what happened? What happened at the meeting? Okay, it's like this. Okay, so what happened at the meeting? And why okay, Nancy, why did you want to have an intro? Nancy, first start with Nancy. Nancy, why did you want to have this infrastructure meeting with Trump? Can you feel the country not wanting, well, the country wants impeachment, meanwhile there you are getting, trying to get some sort of infrastructure meeting. What the hell? You don't understand. The country needs to run. We can't be working based on baby schedule. We need to meet the basic obligations of the government. And that is why we are working on with Trump on an infrastructure bill. The purpose of this infrastructure bill is to tie our goals to his goals. Therefore, if he decides that he does not want to do something, we're going to stop the infrastructure bill. So we understand it depends on talking points. And by doing this, by presenting these issues to him, we tie his hands. In other words, we force him to agree on specific issues. And if he does so, then we can kind of, I don't know, just think we can push him around. He only cares about talking points. He does not really care about policy. The only policy he cares about is illegal immigration, right? He wants to scapegoat immigrants. And in some ways, if we can get him to do this, we can at least change his attention. He's like a child that is the president. So it's a dangerous situation. Okay, so why were you guys happy after the meeting? We're happy because we feel that we put I have this image of her strong arming Trump, even though it's hard to believe it. How is she strong arming Trump? She's strong arming Trump because she knows that the indication. She's told him about the farmers. She's told him about how the indications are down. So if he doesn't agree to that, then they're gonna have to push things a little bit harder. Okay, but is she okay? I at the same time I understand this, but I also understand that there's a lot of people right now who are very frustrated with Democrats. Many people here in the group who feel that she should be trying to remove him, not trying to make deals with him. Okay, what is there? Why aren't they trying to remove him instead of okay? In some ways, to us it looks like she's compromising. So what's going on here? I'm not compromising. The investigations are going on. It's almost as if we needed to distract him. Because if we don't, we have to be the adults in the room because it certainly is not the adult in the room. Like I was saying, we need things to get things done. There's a lot of things that need to be done. If these things are not done, then nothing's going to happen. Okay. So, okay, Nancy. So why don't you get impeachment started? Why can't you get impeachment? Why can't you and Schumer get your shit together and get impeachment started? Why can't you do that? Okay. This is not how it is. We need to get the hearings started. The problem with the impeachment is that Trump is, like I was saying to you guys before, Trump is all about talking points and he's very good with propaganda. So if we say we're going to start impeaching, then we give them fire. The thing that you have to understand, our goal is to expose the truth. So we're not going to call it impeachment until we feel that the nuggets of truth that we are exposing are themselves evidence. Okay, and of course I understand that a lot of material, a lot of things that were on Mueller's report are themselves impeachable. However, we are indeed waiting for financial documents. we're waiting for financial documents, and we feel that these financial documents are going to be so undeniable that once these things are exposed, then we will have people impeached. Okay, I'm sorry, people. We have the impeachment process started once these documents are exposed. So we just want to make sure that we show, and you are now seeing, this is actually, I just want to bring your attention to the fact that he sued Deutsche Bank. It's becoming clearer and clearer that he is doing, all he does is really try to gaslight the population and lie and hide the truth. So this is our tactic. Our tactic is to bring up the truth instead of using talking points. I understand that there's a danger here that in reality, I understand that there's a danger that I see that it becomes kind of formless and that it's easier if we have talking points. But you have to understand that there's a lot of Democrats out there who live and who come from districts that are purple, districts that are not radical. And if we start forgetting about what they care about, the Republicans can turn around and kind of stab us in the back, or they can okay, so they can, this was the word, yeah, they can kind of do create policies that are bad. Okay, so this is it. Okay, so this is okay. So Nancy, I understand, but can't you see what's going on? Can't you see that from our perspective, it would be so much easier if you just sign the damn paper or whatever you have to do to just start the official impeachment situation? Why are you so afraid of doing this? What is the, what, okay, can you just do it instead of doing this compromise thing? I know it's difficult to understand, but we are the backbone of the government. You don't understand what's going on. The Republicans are really trying to remove everything they can behind our backs. And if we don't create a basic ground, they could do anything. Okay, so, and we know we have just enough evidence. We have a lot of things. Like as you know, we are waiting for some financial documents, but we have so much, and we know that these things are very telling. That the Trump can't be okay. So why can't you? Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I'm kind of arguing with Nancy here over this thing, but I'm just like I'm kind of like arguing like here, Nancy. I don't understand. Nancy, I have experience with government. Just tell everybody to fuck off to their face. It works. No, but really, like for me, it's very hard because my personality obviously is very like a bitch. Shut the fuck up. What the hell? Like, you just want to be like I don't know. I'm just like I'm tired of this bullshit. Get this guy. You just want to kind of like stop this thing. Kind of like walking on eggshells. Oh, he's on. They're like what? It feels like they're walking on eggshells, and it's like, why are you walking on eggshells? It's like this is what I don't understand. Okay, why are you walking eggshells? I don't understand. Like you guys, President is okay today, huh? Are you happy? We have a little baby bottle for you, President. Like what the hell? Okay, what? So why are you walking on eggshells? Because the situation is very delicate. It's not okay. It's not so easy. Okay, it's not so easy. Okay. Okay. Guys, I'm just like, and this is like, as I was telling you guys, I was watching the documentary on Civil War. I'm not saying that, obviously you don't want people to die, but like this stuff is serious. Just like people have died for so many things. They're like, oh, how you feel today? Huh? I don't know. His face is a little bit weird today. I don't know if I want to say like, what the hell? What the hell? I'm just okay. So okay, Nancy, can you just get with it? Can't you guys just get it together? What the hell? We have the long gate, guys. You know what it is? Is like, okay, this is a thing I'm understanding here from what they're saying, and my sense here is that it's very consistent from her perspective. They're like, we have the long we have the long view, but it's almost because she's sort of saying, I'm older, I've seen a lot of things, and for me it's like I'm not that young either, but I'm like, dude, are you gonna wait until what? Until when? I mean, because it's, like I was saying, guys, the whole I watched this documentary history. It's like you don't be like, oh, Let's wait a little longer. Let's waste some time. Let's like what I don't, I understand that they want the full evidence. The point that she's making is that she wants the full evidence to be totally public. And then, like, she's like, that's what happened last time with Nixon. And that's when this whole thing changed. Okay, so you guys, if you just, Lisa's asking the thing that just came out like a half an hour ago, that Mueller's this article, I think is the New York Times, that's saying that Mueller called Barr and wrote him a letter after he pushed his own letter, saying that it's wrong, that he put everything out of context and that Barr should release everything. So this is, so that's the latest. But I still want to understand this here. So why does it feel then for us? I'm just going to ask the University. So why does it feel for us that this is a loss? This is sort of like a pointless to be. It could be the Washington Post. I don't know, guys. But anyway, so why does it feel so pointless that they're like doing this stupid infrastructure thing where they should be having like bare knuckles, fights with like, okay, why does it feel like this then? um we're getting it out. I know it's hard. I know people want more action, but you have to understand we cannot. This He is insane. Trump is insane, and he's trying to incite some sort of, he's just like, he is trying to incite some sort of civil war. He's trying to incite violence. He's trying to do other things. So we have to do it in a way that is closest to the rule of law. Okay, so she's being just very careful because she's afraid of a lot of there's like, she's like, you also have to understand that there's people, she's saying there's people in the White House who are actually working on our side, who are recording things. I don't know. And then there's something here where she knows that, I know that she's like, trust me, I have discussed the last resort. I think, is it, guys, the what is it called, the chiefs of staff or something? She's like, we have talked about it. So it's just that we're trying to find the most peaceful way of doing things if we can. Okay, but okay, so she's like, no, but we have to get things done, as if it was a normal situation. For me, it's just hard to understand. Okay, but because as she's saying, if we go all the way right away, then Trump he's going to, like, she's like, he's really, I mean, but guys, honestly, I'm not, for me, when I look at the situation, I'm like, okay, push him to the edge, go ahead and like push him. Why? I just don't get it. But I understand that what she's saying, she feels like the situation is very dangerous because Trump has Fox News, and they have, they're very, and I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to change it after Trump leaves. This whole bullshit of like letting the Republicans and Trump set the talking points. That doesn't work like that. Okay, I think they should have a stronger position. Okay, they should have a stronger way of like going about things. But that's it. Okay. So, all right. So, okay. So what's okay? Let me now go backwards a little bit. What's going to happen then going forward with this whole impeachment situation, regardless of Nancy and Chuck and all of that? Well, Trump, all he's going to do, and you have said this before, is that he's going to try to delay, try to prevent the truth from coming out. He's not going to be successful until he's going to try. And it's like, I feel like I'm repeating this over and over again. He's going to try to do something for Putin, and he's going to be stopped by the military, or there's just some sort of like real national security problem that is going to be stopped. But it's not going to happen right away, but it's close to, guys. I remember there was a time when I thought because timing is, like, as you know, is very, very complicated. But I still felt like there was a time where I was like, oh, things are very unclear until sort of like mid-June or something. Okay. So there's a sense of like a lot of lack of, like, a huge lack of clarity. A lot of things are behind the scenes, a lot of attempts to prevent the truth from coming out until, you know, until it does come. Well, but this is what I don't understand. Why the delay? Because, from my position, not being in politics at all, my sense is to just be hyper aggressive and get him to get out. Like, okay, let him act out and get him out. It's much, from my perspective, I feel like it's much easier if we try to get the guy out like right away, instead of like, oh, is it the right time? Let him get tired. But then it's saying, you don't understand that we have to change the public opinion slowly. It's just, I don't agree. Okay, I feel like it's so, okay, now I'm gonna ask this question connected to this. So is Nancy's attitude or the Democrats' attitude going to affect who going to remain make Trump stay longer? Is this something that's affecting, okay, what is the outcome? Like what happens now that Nancy is doing this? What is do you understand what I'm saying? My question is their attitude or their actions negatively affecting our chances of getting Trump out earlier? Okay. Trump is a truculent animal, treasonous, disgusting animal. He's going to be, if he's cornered, he's capable of anything. Okay. So she feels the thing she doesn't understand. She feels that she can kind of like squish him slowly, but they're saying, yes, we understand, we are with you. But the problem, if there was any chance of it being turned around, it would, because it's like you don't understand. They're saying like they know that the Justice Department is completely rotten right now. So they know that if they were to, for example, if they were to push Trump out now, it would back. Oh, this is why I understand now. It would backfire. Oh, I get it. It backfire massively. They're saying, oh, look at the Democrats. They're wasting our time because whatever would go to Barr right now. Oh, and now I get it. Okay, whatever goes to Barr. If let's say she was going to do it this weekend, if it goes to Barr, Barr would dismiss it. It's like she's like saying it has never been as dangerous as now, because we depend on the Justice Department to get a lot of things through. And if these things don't go through because of Barr, and he has already proven that he's on Trump's side no matter what the evidence is, then does it make sense? So they don't want to burn it out early. So I can kind of understand it. Okay, now I sort of see it. But anyway, so it's saying that no, it's not going to change it out. Like, but if you go at a one, like this, then it's like, oh look, the Democrats have wasted. Remember how it was, guys, with the press? Oh look, Barr. He said that Mueller. That what was it? He said that Barr. He said that there's no collusion. And they printed this. So it's so you're saying, hey, you could see that we are in a very different era. Back in those days, the press was against Nixon. Now it's not true. They are bought. Okay, you don't understand. They say we have to change the public opinion, and we change the public opinion by exposing these things. Okay, so I understand. Okay, oh my God. Okay, I think I get it now, guys. Okay. So I'm just like, I just want to move. I just want to move things. And by the way, guys, I have a question. I have a question for you actually about this. So I follow some people on Twitter, and there was I on May 2nd, which I think it's Friday, right? Thursday or Friday. There's gonna be a protest at Nadler's office, which is he has an office nearby, like near me, near here. It's walking distance. Yeah, it's I've showed you before in my videos. So I think it's for impeachment. It's saying please sign the impeachment papers. I'm thinking of going, guys. Do you think I should go? I think I should go, huh? Yeah, Rose investigator direct from Office of Nadler. Nadler, why are you not doing it? Why don't you do the damn thing? Huh? So, so I think I'm gonna go, hello, this is Rose Secretary live. We are here protesting. Huh? Why are you not doing it? Why are you waiting for it? Huh? What are you waiting? Right? I think so. I'm just like, because Nancy talks a lot about public opinion. I'm like, I'll always wait for president. Oh, he feels good today. We're gonna do it. No, he's never gonna feel good. He's never gonna. He's a criminal. He's a psychopath. Okay, right? So anyway, so I understand, but I'm just like I'm observing. Okay, so be careful. Oh no, but he's a Democrat. But guys, I looked up the building. The building it's the building where they have the ice. Is like there's a building, federal building. One time I walked by and I said, look, guys, it was it's where they have the passport place. They have ice. They have people arrested. They even have a jail in there. But like, I'm gonna seconds together. Don't take me. Don't take me. Uh-huh. Oh look, I look like who do I look like? I don't know. So anyway, so as I was saying, Let's go back to core phones. I got distracted. Got distracted. All right. Oh my God, I'm sorry. Like I make faces too much and entertain myself like this. I have a bad day today, so I'm kind of. I like to have a little laugh. Anyway, so now let's go back to other core phones. Okay, so there's two questions as I'll say, guys. I have to move on here. Okay, now going to the article, like the Mueller said near time article, he asked Barr to publish the letters included in the report. He ignored and that Barr ignored the context. Okay, so 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 what's this story, guys? Okay, so and again, I'm just like the same way that I'm talking about Nancy Pelosi. I'm like, bitch, get your ass moving. Seriously, like, what is he waiting for? It's like, okay, now we know 2 weeks later, there's more as an article. Oh, how long did it take? A month? How long was it? Oh, here I have a. Oh, huh. How long? Oh my God, look different, huh? Let's see, lights, no lights. I don't know. What's better? I don't know. So you know what I mean? It's sort of like how long, Mueller? How long are you gonna be until you? Oh no, 2 months, like 5 months. A year later, Mueller is like, oh, I think they made a mistake. So what's going on here? Okay, why did Mueller wait to communicate this through, right? Because you know what, guys? That I'm thinking? Mueller, I remember reading this say or watching news there say, well, sometimes when you have these articles, Mueller himself is not going to talk to the press, but he's going to contact someone who's going to say, oh, can you talk to the press and tell them the stuff, okay? So the same way, like, oh, Mueller is like, oh, he's a different time zone. Oh, I'm on the moon. Oh, hello. Oh, it's been a month and a half. Oh, but hello, I think Barr is wrong. Yeah, like why not? Why now? But at least, guys, you know what? I just want to know what the hell. What does this mean from Mueller's end? Is he communicating some? What's going on here with Mueller? Okay, and this story. Mueller is pissed. Mueller is not the type of person. It's not like you. He's not the type of person who would get angry like me. Okay, passionate. He's had these qualms about it. He expected him to do the right thing. He expected him to say to wait. Oh, maybe he's thinking. Oh, maybe he's waiting for something. Maybe he's doing this. Maybe he's doing that. But he didn't do anything. Okay, he was not gonna move his ass. He's like waited for him to do something. He didn't move. So yeah, I want to say it. And okay, oh guys, it's also suggesting here that the whole thing with Rosenstein leaving, okay, with Rosenstein leaving, he somehow either I don't know, he talked to Rosenstein, but somehow he got this. There's a sense here that he feels that Rosenstein is no longer there, and he can't. He has nobody to trust. Wow, can you imagine? He's saying his what is it called? His channel or his connection to the Department of Justice is gone. Okay, so so then okay, so then he's like, I need to make my case because oh, and the thing I was telling you guys yesterday, one of the things I remember so well from yesterday's reading is that Rosenstein really wants to talk. He's really like, I want to tell my story. So the same thing I think with Mueller is starting to feel that this is the thing. Oh my God, that Barr was going to throw him under the bus. That Barr is, he's kind of sees Barr. He's like, whoa, he's like glass-eyed or something. Like I always give this example of the movie. What is it called? The Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Like they're there, like, oh hi, oh, like they're like, I'm human, but not really. Oh, like there's like an evil inside of them. So he realizes even though he knew this guy, he can't get through to him, and that he's like the time that have changed. So I have to get it together, and I'm signaling to him that I'm gonna talk and that I'm gonna. But I feel like Mueller, guys, it's so strange. It's so strange to me that I don't get it. Both Mueller and Nancy Pelosi, it's like they live in the 50s or something. I don't know, in that era where people were like gentlemen, and everybody was like there was a code of conduct, and it's like he doesn't wake he needs to wake up. Okay, he needs to wake up. Oh, interesting, huh? I guess no. Oh, it's different times, huh? Yeah. Oh, you were friends, huh? I was thinking we will do things together, huh? Like more, oh, but we said the right thing, like, so now he's realizing that it's like, oh no, I can't count on this guy. He's willing to throw everybody and their mother under the bus. Okay. And I think Rosenstein kind of told him somehow, or it may, I think Rosenstein told him not in very obvious terms, but sort of like, how do I say this? Kind of like gave him some sort of sign. Is like, no, it's not going to happen the way you want it, or it's over, or there's nothing you can do about it, that sort of thing. Okay. So he's just like, oh, and now finally I think he's like going to start moving. He's going to talk also, I think. Okay. um oh my god. So okay, so guys, what I want to know about this, I want to do a fast. Okay, what today is, the let's say 30th of May. Let's go 30th of May. What's going to happen by 30th of May? Because I feel like this is the thing. Bars has, so far we have seen the report, and the report is clear what it says. Okay, and at the same time, I just feel like, how do I say this? It's just, yeah. What's the story? Because they're like, oh, they're dictating the story. Okay, so what is going to happen here? What is happening? What's happening? So I think both Mueller and Rosenstein are both going to have the same, not same story, because Rosenstein betrayed Mueller towards the end, and he's also involved in the firing of Comey. But I just feel like their story matches, and he sort of suggests, he's very cold. He's not passionate when he's speaking in the thing. He's saying, no, I did not say that the president did, there was no collusion. That's not what I said. I think he made it known, something like that. So it's just this very awkward situation with with Barr. Okay, so okay guys, this is the thing. Okay, so somebody said, I think it was someone on Twitter, was like, why the Congress should be moving to put Barr in jail. Like, seriously. And they're like, oh no, because if Barr, this is what I was telling you guys, the Justice Department is completely compromised. So what are they gonna do? Oh, I'm gonna wait for him to have a good day. No, he's not gonna have a day. He doesn't care. So what is gonna happen? Like, what's gonna happen next? There's gonna be people going to jail, guys. I think. Okay, people have to pay fines. Is it what's gonna happen to Barr? Is he gonna leave? But guys, you know what I feel like? I see Barr giving his back. It's funny because it's reminding me of before this whole thing, before Barr put together, he published the Mueller report. I saw the image of Trump turning his back, meaning he was going to leave, or that he was not going to he was not going to talk in public about it, or he was upset about it. I'm seeing something similar here about Barr, except that I think he's like being escorted out of the Justice Department. But my sense, guys, I don't, this is the thing. I think, and it sounds crazy to say this, I think that Barr is going to be with Trump until the end. Okay. I don't think he's going to be like, oh, no, yeah. Oh, uh-huh, oh. He's not going to be, how do I say this? I don't think he's going to backtrack and be like, oh, no. Oh, oh, uh, no, President made a mistake. Huh? Oh, no, he's not gonna do that. This is the thing, and I swear to God, guys, I think did I tell you this before? I feel like there's some sort of life thing. He's afraid for his life, or there's something where he's afraid. Like he's made a deal of something. He has the kids that they are working though. I just feel like it's almost done. I'm done. Huh? And you know why? The reason for that, I think, is because he was Attorney General before. So he has a false sense of success. They say the people who are successful once, they make terrible when they start a new company, they usually doesn't work because they forget to understand that the reason why they were successful before is because of context, not because of like personal qualities. Similar here, because Barr was successful in the past with the Bushes. He is biased, you know what I mean? He thinks that he's going to be successful again because he hasn't seen a situation where he wasn't, you know. So in the case, So okay, so this is the thing. I think it's just, and people are like, oh, bullshit, bullshit, and I almost feel like there's some sort of revolt inside the DOJ. Some people are like, this is the time of truth, because it's like there's the Trump loyalists or whatever, but I feel like the truth is obvious about this. There's going to be, okay, so what happens before? Because I see him being squirted out of the Justice Department, but what happens until? What are the events big events that happen until Barr leaves? Barr receives notice, like he's there's some sort of like subpoena himself, or I don't know, guys, if he can even be in. I don't think he can be indicted. But there's something where they're like he's indicted for something. I don't know. I don't know who or how. It's even possible. He gets a letter. There's a letter for him. He has a letter. Barr, you have letter. Hello? Hello? Barr, you have letter. This is Rose's investigator. I'm telling you, you have letter coming. Get ready, bitch. You're going to leave just the department. You're going to lose things. You have to respond in legal process. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh, sorry. Anyway, so because guys, the whole thing, what it suggests, especially, can you imagine, the guy is illegal. It's like it shows me the kind of, for example, the company that has a guy with let's say you're a fraudster. The whole thing has to do with you putting up a story and repeating it. Oh no, this company is great, we're going to do $100 million in revenue in 2 months or whatever. And and it has to do with kind of keeping a story going, but the story that he's telling is a lie. But the sad thing, guys, is the Justice Department is not meant to be like any company. It's not gonna It's especially meant to be about the truth, and he is not he's about talking points. So so I feel like that he stole the Trump is leaving. There's just something here where I just, the thing about Barr is that he's incapable of being independent, you know. And then remember, there was people who say, "Oh, Barr, you should trust him." Even Neil Katyal and others were like, "Oh, you should trust him. What is it? He's an institutionalist. He is. You should trust him." Yeah, no, no, trash, right? He's trash. So, so this is the thing. I think he's just obstruction of justice himself. He just sees, he's kind of like stalks the place. He's like, no, 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 don't let him. He's a guard at the in front of the castle protecting Trump. I actually think he does not leave his post because he's promised some sort of kickback. But I just feel like the whole thing behind the scenes starts crumbling, and I still see that guy Dan Coates, guys. Yeah. But guys, I've said before, I just this is like the uptick is saying the whole thing about impeachment. But I'll say before, guys, there's truth to the fact that impeachment is not going to be it's not going to pass the Senate. It's true, okay. But this is it's just like, guys, you know what it is like the issue is that it's like you don't under they're telling me like you don't understand the DOJ is completely compromised. The situation of the country is very serious, but this is why they're like they don't want to do it yet because they feel it that's okay now. Okay, so so next. So yeah, he's just gonna bullshit going forward because the truth is okay. So it's gonna come out the truth about Mueller, and so what is gonna happen, guys? Trump. This is the thing. This is what I see. Okay, next, the progression. The progression is the story. The stories of Mueller and Rosenstein are gonna match. It's not gonna match with whatever Barr is saying. And then with the stuff, it's like towards the end of May, all the documents are going to come out and are going to be made public. And I see Elijah Cummings and maybe even Nadler giving press conferences and saying this is what the documents say. And Trump is more, he's like trying to throw things to stop this stuff from coming out. That's his number one thing. And it's like stuff is thrown out, okay, thrown out. Yeah, but they already are getting the financial records of Trump. They are already getting his financial records, right, guys? You know this, right? So, so, so they don't necessarily need the impeachment to get the financial records. He can get it now, right? They're asking for all this information. So I'm not saying that they shouldn't. I'm just trying to explain from their perspective. Okay, this is it. I'm just trying to explain it from their perspective that they can't miss. It's almost like they can't afford, from their perspective, they can't afford to throw whatever to the wall. It has to work because the situation is different from their perspective, from the times of the Watergate, because the country is really, the Russians have bought everybody or whatever, or long story. The Republicans are decades of corruption. So anyway, so this is what I was going to say, guys. That this is the whole thing. Yeah, so this is the thing. This is what I feel like. The more it's exposed, Trump is going to spend all the time that they're spending all the time trying to prevent the truth from coming out. It's going to come out. And once, that I was telling you before, guys, I really believe that once they say out publicly, this is the record from Deutsche Bank, this is the people who own him, they say it out loud, Trump leaves. This is the thing. It kind of like makes him shrink. But I think how do I say this? It's like he's not going to, this is why I feel like he's removed from the White House, because he doesn't want to resign because he's afraid of going to jail, which I think he could go to jail, right? But then he does more crazier things to try to help the Russians, because I think Trump thinks that Putin is going, guys, this is, I know it sounds crazy. Okay, maybe at this point, no one thinks crazy anymore, but that this is what I think. This is what I think, okay? I feel like I feel like this whole thing of Trump, he's not going to want to leave, and then he's going to have to leave because his oh, this is what I was want to say. He thinks in his crazy mind that if he gives something to Putin, Putin can come in and help him. I'm serious. He actually believes that Putin knows better, that Putin knows how to turn his stuff around. So if he helps out Putin a bit more, then he can turn things around, and that's when he's removed by the whatever that is. Okay, so anyway, so Jen B, but Jen, I don't know if you were yesterday. I did the reading, or there's two readings about the Florida stuff with the guy with the airplane. Okay, so I think it's more complicated than that. I think it's more subtle, in some ways more complicated than that, because the Republicans don't really want this to come out. Okay, if the Republicans wanted it to come out, they would have said it collectively. I think that Rubio is acting as a free agent in some ways because he's trying to save his own skin. I don't believe that's necessarily true, because you know what I mean. Because Mitch McConnell owns the joint, you know. So that's my sense. Anyway, I don't want to have a discussion. Okay, yeah, I don't want to have a discussion about whoever said, it's not the point. Okay, um because I'm trying to focus on the reading now. So you know what I mean. I think, guys, I think it's naive to think that the Republicans are like, oh yeah, they know that Trump is gonna go down, so they're saying like it is. No, no, because this is what I was telling you guys. This goes way deeper. They're gonna do everything to try to prevent the real investigation. They're only gonna do it one at a time to try to save their skin, and that's what I'm thinking is happening to Rubio. Okay, he knows, like I've said before. Okay, so anyway, so this is what I think. I think forget about when people say, "Why forget about the Republicans? They're done." This is what I'm saying. They're never. This is my sense. They are never going to turn around. Forget about them, guys. They're done. Like they're not going to turn. They're like, oh, we're projecting. We're projecting. We're thinking. Look, it's like they say. Look at what they say and how they do. Like everything they've done is to protect Trump from day one. Okay, and they have never done anything. The only time they turned around was the health stuff, because they knew they were going to lose. And they lost the house when they started to mess with the stuff with the health. Okay, so forget about the Republicans. They're gonna go down. They've already they said, guys, seriously, look at the report. If they're gonna do something, they're gonna do it now. Okay, so unless Mitch McConnell was gonna do something, they're not gonna, it's sort of like, for example, guys, for example, how, like, what's his name, Susan Collins, she's like, President Trump, don't do this, don't do that. No, they don't, it doesn't matter. Republicans are useless. Okay, they don't, whatever they say doesn't matter, because they have no power. They have to do whatever much McConnell wants, right? They have no independence. So that's it. That's what I want to say. I just feel like, I think it's naive at this stage to think the Republicans, they know that Trump is fake. Oh really? Oh, 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 yeah. Oh, No, like, no, they may, guys, I think this story that this is one of the big stories going to come out of this is going to be about how the Republicans are much more, like, as you know, not I'm defending the Russians at all. I'm not defending the Russians. I don't like the Russians, but I just feel like the story is going to be about how the Republicans have done a lot of garbage over the years. So this is what I have learned. Before the beginning, I wasn't sure. I don't know what I was thinking necessarily, but now it's so clear that the Republicans are very involved in this, and they have been for decades. So anyway, so this is it. Okay, now, like, I don't want to get, like I was saying, my purpose of being here is to do readings, not to have this necessarily long discussions, but just okay, just going back here. So there's another. What was the other question, guys? I had three questions. Okay. Oh, this is right. The last one is Trump sues Deutsche Bank and Capital One to prevent them from sharing documents with the House of Representatives. So I have 5 more minutes. Okay, so I want to do it. Okay, so oh my God. So what's going to happen with this? Because, guys, as you know, Trump, his whole life, he has sued people. Anybody who this is his business practice. Okay. So what happens to Trump? Trump wants to sue. He sued these banks. Is he going? But the question is he going to be able to prevent them from testifying? I'm sorry, giving the documents. No, he can't. First of all, they already sent out the documents, most of them. Second of all, he doesn't. It's like he's not this. It's like they're saying it's equivalent. For example, if it's how do I say this, guys? It's kind of, for example, it's like if I want, he has no jurisdiction. He has no jurisdiction over other lawsuits by the House. It's like you can't. He thinks he's trying to, as a president, he's trying to stop the investigations of the House. It's none of his business. Okay, so it's saying that the judge is going to stop him. Like, you can't put a, what is it called, up a stop on it. It's already, no, he can't stop the investigations of the House, and the banks have nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? Like, it's like he's not, he's making the assumption, no legal standard. He's making the assumption. Oh, President, do you think I could do it? Because the banks, they have to pay ridiculous fines. And banks, guys, of all the institutions, there are so many regulations. If you don't do certain things, the government's like, bitch. Oh yeah, are you sure? No, no, no. So they have to do it. They have to do it. It's not like how it is. Not how it is. Okay. So so this is, no, he's not. And this is what I was telling you guys. This, but this is the thing that this whole time, for so long I've been doing these readings, it's always says like, oh, that's the money. So once the House has these documents, all of them, then it's like, boom, the truth about him comes out, and he wants to run. But he's not so fast, bitch, not so fast. And that's when he goes to Putin and tries to get Putin in, or whatever it is. I don't know exactly what the next thing is, but it's something so shocking that I think, even that's the thing why I think the military steps in, because this is a, guys, that's my sense. Okay. Or because, as I was saying, this is, and just as a reminder, okay, to, I'm just like, okay, so give me the summary of today's reading. What is the summary of today? Today you talked about how Nancy is really not wanting to go impeachment all the way because she knows that impeachment is not going to pass. She knows that if she tries for impeachment and he doesn't pass, it's going to be a huge win for Trump, and that the evil forces are very, very deep in the government. So the only thing she could do is, almost, she's making actually an intuitive decision, and she's correct, that Trump has like almost like an irrational fear of the truth about him being exposed. So she tries to do it, and it succeeds. It succeeds at just like pushing him away, just the way that they pushed what's his name out, Nixon. So this is correct. The other thing that is going on, yes, Trump is trying to sue these banks. He does not succeed. All he's going to do now in May is going to try to push away the financial information. He's going to be suing people back and forth. He does not want the truth to come out about him. That's his tactic. He's done this his whole life. It's not going to work this time. And the other thing is Mueller and what he said about Barr. Barr is going to stay, but the whole thing is going to be a disaster. It's going to look ridiculous. Barr is going to look like an idiot. I mean, he's not an idiot, but an evil person. Like, it's not an idiot. It's not a word, but look like a person who is clearly obstructing justice. But he's going to stay with Trump until the end, and he's going to be escorted out of the Justice Department once Trump leaves. Okay. So, so this is it, guys. Okay. I'm sorry. You know what? I have to go. I have to go. But does it make sense? Does it make sense what I said? Okay. I think that's the bottom line. Okay. So this is get ready, because it's gonna be like, that's like I was saying, that's all Trump is gonna do. He's going to try to obstruct, not even obstruct justice, it really obstruct investigations for on his on about him, and that Nancy, she feels like the risk of losing, the risk of what is it called, of not, how do I say, you know what I'm saying, right? So the risk, if you don't say, if she goes through with impeachment and it doesn't pass, it's the Democrats are going to lose in credibility with the public. And even though we know the truth about Trump, we know what it is, it's going to be terrible. So this is why. But I think, they already are going on with the Achilles heel of Trump is the financial stuff. Okay, so they're going to fight. They're fighting it. So they're saying don't worry about it. It's coming out. It's coming out. He has to leave. Guys, can you? I've never seen a person with so many crimes. Think about how many crimes. It's like ridiculous. And right now he's very focused on. Good night. Yeah. So right now he's very focused on, he's very focused on the thing with NRA also. He wants to protect the Russians and himself. But it's not, guys, this saying, I can understand now better the thing with Nancy Pelosi. So anyway, yeah, I can understand the whole thing with Nancy Pelosi, that they can't afford the risk of like not, okay. Yeah, so it's guys, it's like they're already doing the investigations and the stuff is coming out, and as it comes out, it's gonna be bad for Trump, and he's gonna try to run away. Okay, so anyway, so this is it, guys, for today. Okay, I have to go because it's closing here, but it's gonna be okay. Okay, I know it sounds like I'm getting the sense here that it's not. I know it for us. It's exasperating to watch this. It's exasperating. However, from the universal perspective, it's everything is being done in the right order. Okay, it's just that it's also like only it's telling me here also, yeah, no, it's not yet. No, I'm not gonna go. I think it's on Thursday, but the protesting at Naylor's office. But anyway, but it's just I just want to say this, that it's everything is gonna go in the right order. But when history is written, they're saying you're not going to understand how close we are to the very end. Okay, that you don't understand how, I mean, we know it, but when it comes out, everything, that like how many traitors there are in the government. Okay, it's going to be shocking, you know but until then, here we are. Yeah, think about it, like think about it, how if impeachment were tomorrow, it would not pass. Think about it. Very serious. Okay. So nice to see you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna go, and I'll probably come back. I'm sorry, you know what? Things are a little crazy. I don't always like. I don't want to make an appointment for the live stream. So if you catch it, you catch it. But I'm gonna do my best to try to be more. You know. Okay. Yeah. So May 4th, a test is saying here, new moon May 4th. It's very unstable. It is what it is, okay? But thank God, at least it's saying it could be worse. It could be worse. It could be blood, it could be, but it's not gonna happen. I think it's gonna be relatively smooth, okay? So anyway, guys. So good night, okay? So I'll see you tomorrow. All right, or soon, very soon, okay? Okay.